Good evening, friends, followers, channel members. How you all doing? Seems like absolutely ages since we've done this, and I know it's been absolutely ages because while I was setting the whole thing up and the whole stream, I thought, oh, I've not done that. Oh, I need to do this, and my mental checklist of everything that I did for setting up streams, I basically forgot it. It's been ages. I think it's been about 3 weeks since we've had a live stream. So really glad to see many of you here. So thank you for that. Chill flight this evening. We're off to Derry from Birmingham. Derry, newish destination for Easyjet. We've never been there in the sim before, so that's going to be kind of cool to see. We've got a gorgeous sunset at the moment. Just sat inside the terminal here. There's our jet today. We're flying the very orange Easyjet.com. I don't actually think this. In fact, I know this aircraft isn't painted in this livery anymore in real life, but I like it. And it's very orange. It matches the channel, obviously. So indeed, why not? So yes, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope you've all had a great summer. Where it's kind of in that period now, isn't it? The kids have gone back to school, thank God, and life slowly returns to normal, and then we get Christmas. So yeah, let's have a quick look in the chat and see us coming. So welcome if you are watching us on Twitch as well as YouTube. Papita, good evening to you, and everyone in the chat. Hey, Bobby, Mushroom, Othanas, the young pilot, Vince, David, DC, good to see you guys. Awesome when we've got the channel members in here as well. Evening, James Cox, good to see you. J-Hog's in the chat as well. Hey, J-Hog. And Flight Sim Jim says currently EasyJet ops Luton to Geneva. That's a great flight. And then Geneva back to Bristol. You've got a busy evening ahead of you. Neil, you are flying on EasyJet this Friday into Cape Verde. Neil, that is the most boring flight in the world. I know, because I've done it. There's nothing to see, so make sure you've got your tablet, your phone just preloaded with stuff to watch, because it's just shy of a long haul flight, that one. So it doesn't quite tick over into the 7-hour sort of box. So yeah, it's a long, boring flight, but you'll have an amazing holiday. It'll be worth it. I'm sure of that. So let's we'll jump into the aircraft. No real rush tonight. The flight's not a long one. It's about an hour's flight. So and we're starting nice and early. So just get to sit, chill. Whilst I try and remember what to do. I say it's been a while. And part of the pre-departure brief tonight is going to be the pilot is rusty. So that's right up there. Jimbo, good evening to you as well. Alan, good evening, and Jeffrey Harvey also in the chat. Yeah, so Birmingham Airport, this is the new Birmingham Airport from Perigee, which, as you can see, we had a look around a while ago, didn't we? It's absolutely stunning. So I thought, well, that's a great place to start. Just as this stream dropped as well, Inibuilds have released their Leeds Bradford, the premium version of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. So once you're sort of on stream, sort of once we're airborne and that, maybe we'll have a quick look and check that out. I'll just pop some links for those into the chat, and then we'll pin those. Of course, the links are our partner links. So if you are getting yourself anything from Inibuilds, etc., or any of the other partners, then please do use those links. Using those links obviously does help support the channel, for which I am forever eternally grateful. So I'll just pin those links there, so they should be going into the chat now if you're watching over on YouTube. There we go. So yeah, we'll have a look at our operational flight plan, shall we? Might as well just do it here. I'm liking the view. Mushroom A320 is in the title. Is it? Hang on. Oh yeah, so it is. I'm not quite sure what's gone on there. Let me edit that, because that's the A320-900. That's the single pilot A320 that Airbus are going to be bringing out in a few years. We shouldn't joke about that. What an absolutely awful thing that would be if that were to happen. That's the day I'd stop flying commercial aircraft. I'll just fly myself. That crazy Av geek, I am back. Well, just to catch you up on it a little bit, we still haven't moved house yet. We are literally just waiting for a phone call now, which is why we are not really planning anything. The fact I've still got all my sim stuff set up is a miracle. I don't know how long it'll be until the next live stream after this, because obviously, as I say, we're almost living day to day just to see what's going to happen. So yeah, apologies there's not many live streams going off at the moment. I've got a bit more time to do them now the kids have gone back, etc. But the fact that everything could be getting dismantled very, very quickly means that we're not doing them, basically. Plus we've got a house to pack up as well. Take it live, good evening to you. Great to have you on board this evening. So the operational flight plan, let me bring that up. And of course, whilst in the midst of doing all the sort of house packing and summer with the kids, that kind of stuff, also been working on the app, which I spoke about a while ago. If you're on our Discord server, you'll know about that. I finally got the Windows version of it working, so I might have a quick look at that. Hang on, I might have a quick look at that a little bit later on. This is basically an app for you plane spotters. Absolutely nothing to do with flight sim. Yeah, zero to do with flight sim. It's a plane spotting app. So for those of you that like plane spotting, this is an app that I've been building, which is there's a link to it in the video description if you want to check that out. Jetlog. It's come a long way since the live stream last time, where I sort of announced it on stream that it was coming. I really like this feature. I just have this on all day long now. If I'm sat at the PC or anything, just tells me what aircraft's nearby. So currently at the moment there's a really cool A350. Is that Air Tahiti? That's 2 miles south of me at the minute. Oh, it's not Air Tahiti, it's French B. Yeah, so yeah, I really like that. And if you're into plane spotting, then you just mark it as spotted and add it to your logbook. Look at that. I've literally just installed this version on this PC, so I've only spotted one aircraft today. We'll just but yeah, that's it's kind of cool. Do like that. Right, operational flight plan. Let's get down to business and see if we can remember what to do. We're in the A320 today, as we can see, just with the wingtip fences. We have got a payload of just under 16 tons. We've got a landing weight planned of 61. We've got a takeoff weight planned of about well, with a bit of extra fuel, it's probably going to be about 64 tons. So we're probably going to be below. We're going to be below max landing weight. Mushroom, I am in the UK. I am absolutely in the UK. Is that because you saw the fact I got a French B aircraft next to it? Well, yeah. If I just nip to the live map, I absolutely am in the UK. Not quite sure why that GPS is showing me there. That is not where I am. I think my PC is basically getting the information from from a different website. I'm more near a Doncaster here, so that French B aircraft there is actually nowhere near me. But never mind. So yes, I absolutely am in the UK. So yeah, there we are. According to this, my PC is registering my location as here. Obviously, when you've got the app on your phone, it gives you a much better registration, much better GPS accuracy, doesn't it? But all the flights going into Manchester down there. Anyway, let's get off that. So, yeah, our takeoff weight is going to be below max landing weight, so I don't need to worry about that. Alternate is Belfast. We'll be flying over Belfast on the approach here into Derry. Is that air traffic control coming online? We do have a little bit of air traffic control, actually. Tonight I've already had London South contact us. We've got a pre-departure clearance from us already, so we'll go through that in a bit as well. Yeah, so Belfast, we're going to be flying over Belfast, and that's the start of the approach. There's no sort of real star charts, it's just approach charts into Derry. It's not a massively busy airport, is it? Cost index of 4, not cruising very high tonight, 24,000. Cruise temperature is minus 37, so if we're in cloud, then we're going to need the icing on. Shear rate 6.3 at IPSIT, so that's fine. expecting to come off runway 33. Actually, I know we're coming off runway 33 because I've already had the pre-departure clearance. Then we're going to be landing on runway 26. Plug fuel is 4277. Might take a little bit more than that, just in case. And let's have a look through the flight log. I actually don't need to worry about the flight log because there's no terrain or anything like that. That's the only real reason that I look at that. So that's all right. Let's have a look at the weather forecast. Winds are currently 190 at 8 at our destination. I'm also, because it's a short flight, we'll also look at briefing the arrival a little bit as well. Hey, Christoph, good to see you as well, mate. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so because it's a short flight tonight, we'll have a little look at the arrival and brief some of that, and maybe get some of that in the box as well, just because we don't have time to do it en route. So, yeah, weather's looking alright there, isn't it? Doesn't look like it's going to be getting any worse than that. Visibility is going to drop later on tonight to about 7k, but it's still Cat 1, so that's fine. I'm not even sure what ILS systems are in place there. I've never been to Derry, so I have no idea what that airport has got to offer us, so we'll find that out together. Alternates, we've got Belfast, as I say, the Isle of Man, we've got Glasgow and Manchester. How annoyed would you be if you were meant to be going to Ireland and you end up in Scotland? So weather here at Birmingham looks okay. Yeah, and you just look out the window, looks absolutely fine. And this is the worst case weather scenario. Look, we've pretty much got all the 9s as well, so I don't think we're going to need to divert or anything like that tonight, so we're not going to need any loads of extra fuel. Quick check of the NOTAMs. We've got metal plate, crane, and the airport shuts at 1900 local time, which is in about an hour and a half, so hopefully we'll get in there before then. Otherwise we'll divert. No, we won't. Company NOTAMs, yeah, don't need anything like that. Let's have a quick look at the weather charts. So that's our flight route, as we can see there. Straight over the Isle of Man, straight over Belfast. Might catch a glimpse of Manchester as well, if you sat on the right hand side. A little bit of a jet stream, giving us a headwind. But it looks like we've got no weather to worry about either. So, happy with all of that. What we're going to do with this fuel then? I think we just round that up to about 4.5 tons. I can't see us needing any extra fuel there. So we will we'll sort that on. Right, which add-on for the aircraft view from the airport? No add-on, mate. This is just the drone cam. I've just moved my drone cam inside the airport. So yeah, look, there you go. Now we're back out. So yeah, it was just me and the drone cam and my dodgy drone panning skills. But there we are, cracking airport scenery from Perugia as per usual. Right, let's get in our aircraft then. So let me just be telling the ground crew to start loading some fuel. What did I say? We're going to take 4.5 tons of fuel, I said. So we'll get that started up, and then hopefully GSX will come into life. Let's find out if that is going to work. This is the problem when you've not been simming for a while. All good plans. Right, 4.5 tons of fuel. And hopefully GSX will agree to do our bidding. Jeffrey, link for Jetlog. Yes, mate. Check the video description. It's basically jetlogapp.com for that. Right. Have we got GSX knocking about? I don't know if GSX... Oh! Someone has just spawned very close to us. Hey Lee, good to see you, my friend. We need some refueling going on as well. Although all the doors have just opened, cargo doors have opened, so actually I think... Oh yeah, the cargo doors have opened. That aircraft has just spawned into me. I think it's knocked my wing. Look at that. This is why, when I fly, I always use a map of some description. I use ElevateX, which I've not started tracking yet. We'll turn that on in a minute. Yeah, so you can then see who you can and sort of can't spawn in on top of. So yeah, otherwise it becomes quite annoying. Let's just start tracking my flight in Elevatex. I do like Elevatex, so we will begin with this, and I'm just going to select the... Oops, what am I doing? I want to select my aircraft. Different aircraft. The flight is operated, or was operated today or yesterday by Easyjet, I think. Golf Easy UP. Oh, that's the one. There we are. So now that's tracking it with the correct aircraft as well. Christopher Shaw, good evening, mate. Celebrating 39 months of membership. That is incredible, Chris. Thank you so much. I am very well. A little bit tired, but aside from that, yes, not doing too badly at all. Right, let's get in. I believe we've got a... who's our cabin crew today? Let me just check. Hey guys, who have we got in the cabin crew today? Is it Caroline and who else? I think Caroline's operating our cabin crew. Let's find out. I like Caroline. She's very polite.
Yes, Captain. It's Caroline, and
Excellent.
I have with me Liam, Sarah, and Tom in the cabin today.
Oh, that's fantastic. Right. Okay, we are just about to start setting up. Are you guys ready to begin boarding whenever? Right, looks like GSX has...
Yes, Captain. We're all set and ready to begin boarding. I'll let the crew know.
Fantastic. We've got a dispatcher down there. Passengers should be coming in shortly. Cool. All right. Well, let's just check the aircraft's been left in a good state. BFC says, could we do a stream from Leeds? We've done Leeds a few times, and literally as this stream started, Innobuilds have just released Leeds for Manchester for Microsoft Flight Sim 24. So we will be doing Leeds. I'm sure. So let's just check the aircraft has been set up and left correctly. So we've got the pumps are off. That's fine. Just turn that one down a bit. Nav lights are on. I'm going to get rid of that. So we want to check down here. Spoilers, flaps, parking brake. That's fine. Transponders standby 2000. Acupressure's in the green. I'll get constraints on up on the FCU. Gears down, that's fine. Alright, so we're happy with that. Let's grab the latest ATIS if there's any available. 136. I've now got as well the Wing Flex radio control panel, and I'm telling you, it is an absolute game changer to have a proper radio control panel. So is Birmingham ATIS transmitting? 136 030. Ah, interesting. Maybe it's not transmitting. Oh, how annoying. Let's check VHF2. We're on the guard frequency, so that's fine. Okay, let me just get the latest information then. So I believe the latest information is Bravo. Runway 33 in use. Transition level is 70. Data link clearance, we've got that. We're on to London Control, which is 132,605. 230 at 6 is the wind. So nice and light. Cab OK. QNH 1015. And information Bravo. So that's fine. Hey, Grey Wildcat, good to see you as well. I think everyone's been away over the summer, haven't they? All right, cool. So let's continue with our setup. I think we've just got the load sheet. So let's just check. Oh my god, we've got lots of load sheets. Right, I'm just going to clear all those messages because otherwise we have the eCam there that says company message and it bugs me. So, the final load sheet which we will accept. What we got? So, our 0 fuel weight CFG is 31.3 and our takeoff is 30.1. Okay, let's do our data checks then. So on the IRS, we've got 3 nav greens. Aircraft status is CFM engines, valid direct cycle. That's fine. Good. So all those we're happy with. We'll do our init request, and that will get it pulled in. Give that a second. Okay, so our flight number today is EasyY343. Cost index the usual of 4. Let me pull up the flight plan, then you guys can see as well. We have a ground temperature of 16 degrees. It's been really nice and warm in the sun today. The tropo is 27669. Winds, we'll get those downloaded as well. There we go. Clear the scratch pad out. IRS init, just check we're aligned. 52.272 north, 1441 west. They're in agreement, so happy with that. And we're cruising, what did I say? It's very low today, isn't it? 240 with a temperature of 37 or minus 37. Right, so the plan is, let's just check the pre-departure clearance that we've got. So our pre-departure clearance is Easy343. We're cleared to Derry off runway 33 via the Loveham 1 Mike departure. Squawk is 2153. And we'll be calling 132.605 for push. So we'll just get that in our standby frequency. Lovely. So runway 33, Loveham 1 Mike, and then at the other end we're going to be on the ILS 26. There is no star available, and I think we're going to be coming in via the Belfast VOR. Well, we are and we aren't. Belfast VOR doesn't actually, it's not in use anymore, I don't think. So we'll insert that and we'll just check what that actually looks like. So go to the plan mode and just see that all this looks correct. So there we go, up over the North Sea. That takes us into Belzoo, and then we've got this discontinuity there, which is fine. So we'll just clear that out. That's joined up now. There we go. So our flight plan now makes a lot more sense. That's a distance of 269 miles. What we've got in the flight plan, we've got 264 miles. So yeah, that's close enough. They're all in agreement. We've got RadNav page. We've got the Trent VOR nearby. We'll just oh, TT. No, try again. TN. Is it TNT for the Trent VOR? 36 miles away. Yep. So we'll get that in. We've also got the Honley VOR, not a million miles away, so we'll hard code that as well. That's 6 miles away. That one's actually closer. So they're on. So flight plan's done into the init B page. Right, that zero fuel weight is 59.8. And I do go through this all rather quickly. If you have got any questions at any point, then guys, then feel free to ask and say, what am I doing? Why am I doing it? And I'll try and explain that for you. Right, zero fuel weight CFG, that's in. Fuel for the alternate is, we can call that we'll call that 0.8 tons. That then, if we do the fuel planning, we're taking 4.5 tons. Has that been loaded yet? 4.5 tons has been loaded. Fantastic. So computer says we want 4 tons. We are taking 4.5, so we just update those figures. That gives us a takeoff weight then of 64.1. Perfect. That is below our maximum landing weight, so we have to return to the airport for an engine fire quickly or anything like that. Don't need to worry about being overweight. What's next? Alright, we'll do our performance then. And just before we do that, just confirm we've got an extra 60 minutes of fuel on board, which doesn't sound like a lot, but honestly it is, because there's lots of other redundancies already built into this fuel. So yeah, don't think that if something goes wrong, we've got 60 minutes to sort it out. That is not the case. Okay, so we're going to do our departure calculations. Off runway 33 is indeed dry. Flaps 1, which is normal. No need to force target. Anti-ice will be off. Packs will be off. That takeoff weight we've just said is 641. C of G for departure is 31.3. No, it isn't. It's 30.1. And what intersection are we going to use? Let's see if we can get an intersection departure in. Just makes things a little bit quicker if it's possible. So let's have a look. I just need to zoom in on here. My tablet's frozen. There we are. So if we do, we could do Echo. Yeah, we'll do Echo 1. That's seems like a safe bet. And that is 2552. Let's make sure it matches up. So Echo is 2. Oh, we got 2551 there. That's okay because that's conservative by a foot. So we'll use that. So we've got V speeds then of oh, where have they gone? Try again. Takeoff weight must be in range. Oh, it's just resunk itself. Why has it done that? Okay. Takeoff weight was what? 64.1. And the C of G is 30.1. Oh, V speeds have come back now. Let's just recompute that just in case. 42, 42, 43. 142. 142. 143. Flaps 1. Flex of 65. Transition altitude 6,000 feet. I will double check that with the charts in a moment. Hey, Grumpy Bus Driver, long time no speak, mate. Hope you are doing well. Chris says we're getting quite the range of hardware now. Yeah, I've got a mini overhead panel as well, which I showcased recently. But I have run out of USB ports. I'm gonna have to sort of get a hub or something because I am running out of those now, or rather, I've run out of those, so I can't add anything else in at the moment. Okay, so let's get the engine out procedure, thrust reduction, acceleration values, that sort of stuff. For that, we'll jump onto SimSmart. We're at Birmingham. Runway 33. Okay, 1339, Easyjet stops is 800 feet, not 1,000 feet, so we need to take 200 feet off of that. So 1339, 1339, and engine out is oh, what am I doing? 1139. 1139 as well for the engine out acceleration value. Cool, so that's done. Engine out procedure then is standard 1900 feet left turn back to the Bravo Hotel X-Ray NDB. So just go to the RadNav page, we'll pop in Bravo Hotel X-Ray and we'll hard tune that in case we have to use that in anger. Onto the secondary flight plan then, and we're just going to put in Bravo Hotel X-Ray. Bravo Hotel X-Ray, we'll pop that in here where we would take up the hold if something's gone wrong. Inbound is 146. They are right turns, and of course then if we have lost an engine or something else that is as alarming, we would not be continuing all the way to Derry. We'd be coming back in on the ILS 33 here in Birmingham. No star, but we're using the Birmingham NDB. So that should be then our secondary flight plan all set up with the engine out procedure. We can confirm that here. Yeah, it looks like a mess, but honestly it's not. It's basically it's straight out, then a left turn back to the NDB, and then if we zoom out we should have the teardrop approach ILS back into runway 33, and then we've also got the go around procedure in there as well, which is why it looks a mess, but honestly it's fine. Hey Grumpy Bus Driver, yeah, the WingFlex radio management panel, is it good, easy to set up? Honestly, this is the reason I use WingFlex over a lot of other products that are available. Yes, WingFlex, they are a bit more expensive, but the hardware is solid, it's realistic, and the actual software to set it up, there is no setting up. It is the epitome of plug and play. You literally connect the USB, run the software, and it goes, oh, you've got this connected, this connected, this connected, and that is it. There is nothing to do, no loading of profiles, nothing. You just do it, and that's it. Mathematics, am I not using the Fenix AFP performance calculator? Yes, of course. The only thing I was using SimSmart for is, look, you'll see, I didn't fill in any of this meta or anything. I don't want the V-speeds or anything. I wanted this, thrust reduction acceleration values, and I wanted the engine out procedure, which obviously the Fenix AFP doesn't give you, but this does. So that's all I wanted that for. So yeah, we are, we're good. Now, I said it's a short flight, so we're going to have a look at the arrival. So let's jump to that now and start setting things up there. Legally as well, we have to do a dispatch landing calculation. So, our landing calculation, first of all, before we can go any further...
Birmingham Airport information, Charlie at time 182. This is Birmingham Airport information, Charlie at time 1820.
I should probably listen to this.
Runway 33 in use. Transition level. Flight level 70. Notices to air missions. Data link clearances are available. Departing aircraft make initial contact with London Control on 132.605. Wind 180 at 3. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Few clouds at 2,400. Temperature 15. Dew point 9. QNH 1016. Acknowledge receipt of information, Charlie, and advise aircraft type on first contact.
Okay, so QNH has just changed.
This is Birmingham Airport information, Charlie.
Right, turn that off. Yeah, QNH has just changed. It's now 1016. So got those set up. Doesn't affect our takeoff performance calculations because the pressure is actually increased. If they had decreased, that's different, but as it's increased, it's fine. It's even better for us. So that's okay. And right, so what was I doing? Yes, landing calculation. So we are looking to land. We've got a landing weight of 61772. We've added a little bit of extra fuel to that, and we might get some shortcuts. So if we do a landing calculation for, say, 62.5 tons. So the weather in Derry at the moment, it's not raining, so it's dry. Landing weight 62.5. It's not the longest runway in the world, is it? In fact, landing distance available is just under 2,000 meters. So yeah, short runway. So we're going to be using auto brake medium. I like to use flaps 3 for landing. Not sure I'm going to be able to get away with that today. Oh, I can do. Oh, that's fine. We can use flaps 3. It's just more efficient. Yeah, okay. Auto brake medium, flaps 3. So landing calculation has been done. We're happy that we can depart and land again. So now let's have a look at the chart. In fact, oh, sorry, before I do that, I'm just going to go in and going to go in and put the METAR information in here. So of course, in the real world, you've got one guy who's liaisoning with the staff, dispatchers, and all that lot, ground crew. And then you've got the other guy who's setting up the box, and then they will brief them all together and cross-check and all that sort of stuff. So go on to our arrival page. QNH there is currently 1009. Temperature is 15. We will update this en route, but obviously it's in there, so if not much has changed, then it means it's just one less job to do. And let's get the chart up for the actual ILS approach, because I don't know this airport, never been there before, don't know what it's like. So this is the approach that we're going to be doing, which starts at the Belfast, well, as you can see, almost Belfast Airport, the Belfast VOR. That then takes us, we're going to be doing this one here, that takes us straight up to this waypoint here, and then we're coming in and we're pretty much aligned with the runway. This is a little threat, isn't it? There's Ballycally runway just in front with a big note saying "Do not mistake." which could probably be easy to do if you're very unfamiliar, so that's worth noting. So now I just want to get the actual approach chart for the ILS DME, which is here. There we go. So it's just a Cat 1 runway. I thought it would be. The minimums are 220, so now I can just get those into the barrow. And I've already said we're going to do a config 3 landing. Okay, so that looks pretty straightforward. We're not going to do sort of a full brief on the arrival, but we've just got all the weather in there. We've got a good idea of how that arrival is going to be, the sort of minimums, 3-degree glide slope. We've got PAPIs on the left, that kind of thing. Transition altitude is 3,000 feet. There's nothing there that is striking to me as out of the ordinary, and anything that we need to really brief seriously. There's a little bit of terrain there just at the start of the approach. See that? Just here. So it could be quite scenic coming in. And then the go-around actually looks quite interesting. The go-around is 630 feet, an immediate right-hand turn, a max airspeed of 180 knots. So that's going to be done with flaps 1 as the minimum. And yeah, it's interesting that there must be some more terrain around here, a little bit of terrain as well to the south. So it is interlocked with a little bit of terrain all the way around it, actually. Nothing major, you know, it's not like Innsbruck or anything, but quite interesting to see. And there you can also see the MSAs down there, minimum safe altitudes based on the centre of the airport. So yeah, that's I thought the go around there could be quite fun. Not that we're looking to plan to do a go around, so no. Okay, let's actually look at the charts for the actual departure then, and we'll brief all that. Just check out the camera crew doing. Hey guys, how you all doing? You nearly boarded? And then we shall just have a look, see where we're going to be going with our taxi, etc. Get the APU started.
We're all doing well, Captain. Just a few more passengers to board and we'll be ready to go.
Fantastic. Right, let's get the APU started, and then after that's starting we can brief stuff. Before I do that, just confirm we've got the fuel loaded and it's all balanced, which means they can come on. Seatbelt signs can come on as well, so everyone can get sat down. Cool, and let's go through the brief. So, starting as always with the weather. I don't think anything really to mention about the weather today. Well, light winds on departure, 230 at 6. So, wind's going to be very slightly from the left as we depart. Engine 1 will be critical. Aircraft is A320, fully serviceable with weather radar, which is still a novelty for us. No terms for the departure, and how are we going to do the departure then? So we are here, we're going to push back facing sort of west on Victor. We're going to expect then taxi Victor, Delta, and then probably remain on Delta. And we will then probably continue down on Delta to Echo, and then we've got figures from Echo 1. They may give us Sierra 1, which either of those is fine. But yeah, Echo 1's what we're aiming for. Let's just have a look at the departure then. We're on the Loving 1 mic. When that loads. Desmond on Twitch, can a normal person access airline SOPs? Not really, no. They're not published on the internet. Then again, I've not really searched, so who knows? They might be, but not usually. Right, so the departure then, so we are straight out, Bravo, November 30. Let's just check that is the first waypoint. Yeah, you can see us there, so that all adds up. So we're straight out, max speed 250 knots, that's fine. And then from there, we fly over the highest point. Should be well above that by that point, up to Loveham. And we've got an initial climb of 6,000 feet, unless told otherwise by ATC. Transition altitude is also 6,000 feet, so we will set that now. I've just set that on the FCU. You can't see that, but I promise it is. We've got no turns below 840 feet. And there you go, do not climb over 6,000 until instructed by ATC. So that's a pretty straightforward departure. yeah, I don't think we've actually got much else to say. Noise abatement 2 for the departure. We're not going to be doing single lane taxi or anything like that. We've already spoke about our takeoff way, so I'm happy that we're good to go. APU's up and running. Let's get a bit of bleed air in then. Give it another minute, then we'll get the packs on. Just let all the dust and that get blown out of them. Did I put the squawk in? No, I didn't. We've got a squawk code from ATC. That was 2153. So, do that. And looks like we've got our final company message through as well. So, let's just check those figures match up with what we initially had, make sure we don't have to change anything, and we've got no LMCs. LMCs is last minute changes. So zero fuel weight is 598. Takeoff weight 64.1, and we've got 31.3 and 30.1. Excellent. All of that is in agreement. No LMCs. I am therefore happy. And I believe that means as well that everyone is now boarded. So, perfect. Cool. So, we're good to go. APU's up and running. And let's run the cockpit prep checklist then. So, aircraft acceptance has been completed. Fuel quantity is 45. And balance. Seatbelt signs are on. It is 3.5 green. Bar F, QNH is 1016.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome aboard Easyjet
320.
Flight 343, heading to the lovely city of Derry. We're thrilled to have you with us today. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage either in the overhead bins or under the seat in front of you. If you need any assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to any of our crew members, including myself, Caroline, and my fantastic colleagues, Liam, Sarah, and Tom. We're here to help. Thank you for choosing Easyjet and enjoy your flight.
Right, let's contact them to say we're ready to push. What was the frequency? It is 132605.
Runway 27, clear takeoff, wind 180 degrees, 3 knots.
Clear takeoff, runway 27, traffic 54 radio.
Easy 2406, contact Amsterdam radar 134.3.
Frequency sounds busy this evening.
Contact Amsterdam radar 134.375. Easy 2406.
London Control, good evening, Easy 343 on the ground, Birmingham, stand 57 Romeo, information Charlie, ready for push and start.
Stand by, Golf India Mike, did you get that? Golf India Mike, descent altitude 2,000 feet, we've got fine over move 33, number 1. Scout is 501, contact London 135.805.
135.805, Tower 850.
Hey, Strico 83.
Swiss 379, descent flight level 200, level Elvos.
200 level over, Swiss 379.
Order first 53, briefly outside of controlled airspace into deconfliction service.
Desperado 1980, good evening as well to you.
And there 5 Alpha, flight level 1541 for 170.
Alpha Mike Papa 51, London control standby.
I think our clearance may have been missed. We might have to just make that again.
Astro.
Good evening, Scandinavian Instrument 536, stand 40, Birmingham, A321, request clearance to Copenhagen.
2536, Roger, standby. Astro 5 Alpha, climb flight level 210.
210 and there 5 Alpha.
London Control, Easy 343, stand 57 Romeo at Birmingham, ready for push and start.
Swiss 379, Unicom 122.8.
122.8, Swiss 379.
Shuttle 5 Victor, contact London 135.805.
35805.
Hey, Fireman Sam.
Astra 5 Alpha, climb flight level 230.
230 for Ampere 5 Alpha.
Easy 26 Uniform Juliet, contact London 135.805.
I think we're being held for traffic, aren't we? It's very busy.
28 Uniform Juliet, was that for me?
Easy 28 Uniform Juliet, stay firm.
Raljashi, yes.
Remain the 3.
VATSIM indeed.
Roger.
Logan 4883, sorry, Lex 4883 to book 0354. Traffic 251, Monaco Unicom 122.8.
Climbing on 4000 direct web.
Traffic 251, Unicom 122.8.
Wonder how busy this guy actually is.
Cathy 251, thank you, goodbye.
London, good evening, KLM 25 Bravo, flight level 260.
Oh, he is covering a heck of a lot.
KLM 35 Bravo, London Control, Roger.
He really is covering a lot.
146, fully ready, 27. What Express 346 to runway 27, clear takeoff, wind 200 degrees 5 knots. Perfect, company 7, 426. Quad Express 5310 righted and 230 degrees, cleared ILS approach runway 27.
Hey, Fruitbat, didn't know you were in the chat. Good to see you.
Right, 230 degrees clear, ILS 27, we're Express Factory.
And it's just a little bit too busy for me to continue sensibly anymore. So anyone left in this frequency, switch to Unicom now on 122.8. London is closing. Switch to Unicom on 122.8.
I mean, bless him. That area was pretty much impossible to do, cover on his own, so I understand completely why he's done that. Right, so we're on Unicom for now. Birmingham traffic easy 343, stand 57 right is pushing back. We'll be facing west on Victor. Okay, so beacon lights on, transponder on, and hopefully that means that the pushback ground crew are here.
We are ready for pushback.
Finally getting out of here. So before I start checklist, the parking brake is on. Takeoff data is to be confirmed. So V1 is 142, V2 is 143. Windows are closed, PEDs are on flight mode, doors are closed and armed. Beacon light is on. Cabin crew checked, closed doors and cross-checked. Tongue-tied.
Okay, Captain. All doors in flight and cross-check.
Fruba, I wouldn't use say intentions air traffic control whilst we're on the ground. No, if you're on VATSIM, then you do need to remain on Unicom. Otherwise, it's not fair. Right, confirm. We've got nose wheel steerings disconnected. So just wait for the ground crew to sort themselves out. Why is my terrain radar not working? That shouldn't be in up. Let me just confirm where we're taxiing now. I was going to follow ATC instructions, but we don't have ATC anymore. So, hey, Cal 33. So we are going to taxi, it's going to be Victor, what's with the highlighted stuff? I was looking for a note there. We've got a temporary ground chart as well. What we've got down here. Taxiway, hotels unserviceable, Foxtrot, Lima. Okay.
Then traffic, we're Express 53, RS 27, 3 miles flight.
So, nothing about Victor. So we're going to do Victor and then hold Echo 1. Let's get GSX to push us in that direction. And parking brakes are released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Okay, paranoia check. We've got the bleed air on. So, engine 1 selected 2, ignition start, engine 1.
Speedbird 028, pushing back, facing west on Victor.
There's another aircraft
All
pushing
doors
back
in
as
flight
well.
and cross-check. Welcome everyone on board on behalf of Easyjet UK. We are thrilled to have you with us today. Our captain, Easyjet sim pilot, and our first officer, Janet, are here to ensure a smooth flight.
First officer
Joining
Janet?
me in
Who's
the
that?
cabin are my fantastic colleagues, Oliver, Mia, and Ethan. We are flying from Birmingham to the city of Derry, and the expected flight time is approximately 50 minutes. Now, let's go over some important safety information. Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To unfasten, simply lift the buckle. In the unlikely event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from the panel above you. Pull the mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place it over your nose and mouth and secure it with the elastic band. Remember to put your own mask on before assisting others.
Christopher, at least it's Janet and not Toby. If Toby's the first officer, I'm getting out. Fruit bat just saying that as well. No, we've not got... I'm hopeful that Janet will not be flying with us tonight.
In the event of an evacuation, please leave all luggage on board and proceed to the nearest exit.
Okay, so... Oh, getting a little bit of a pull forward as well. Engine 1's secure. Engine 1's happy. Starting engine 2.
Thank you for your attention. Oh, and after the meal service, I'll be coming around with some items from the evening. Keep an eye out for that. Captain, the cabin is ready for departure.
Please set parking brakes.
Parking brake set. So we've got the Speedbird in front of us as well.
With access 53, runway 27 vacated.
So at this point, after not flying for a couple of weeks, I have to now make sure we can still remember all the flows.
Locking gear.
Engine 2 available. Alright, so engine starter is back to normal. APU can come off, anti-ice not required. APU is off.
Tow truck.
On the spoilers, 0 the rudder, flaps 1, trim.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
And the after start checklist. So anti-ice is off. ECAM status is checked. Should just have a pack 2 fault, which we do. The pitch trim is 30.1. Rudder is neutral. Okay, so we'll flight control check then. We've got an aircraft in front of us, so we can't go anywhere. So we'll do full left, full right. I'm not happy with that. What's going on here? Full left. Don't know if that was a display error or not. It just seems very jerky. Maybe I need to set the refresh rate of my screens a little bit better after the update. And full up. Full down. These seem very slow. Neutral. And then we'll go rudder. I think this is a display update, you know. Let me just jump into the settings and see if I can update the display settings, because that's really going to frustrate me, particularly when we start seeing speeds and altitudes and things. Settings. Where are we? Graphics. Is it down at the bottom? Just update that to high.
Speedbird 028.
Don't know if that's going to make much of a difference. It has done a little bit. Alright, we'll leave it, see how we get on. Okay, let's make the taxi call then. So, Birmingham traffic is E343, taxiing via Victor Delta and hold Echo 1, runway 33. So we got the taxi lights on, we want auto brake and weather radars. Let's go. Is it the Fenix app, Flying Power? Can I do that on the fly? Because otherwise, that's going to be annoying. It's already annoying me. Which ones do we want for that? Is it use displays in safe mode? Why is that ticked? We don't want that. Oh, I think you can only actually do that after you've restarted the Fenix app, and I don't particularly want to do that. We might just have to live with that for now. Never mind. We will do. Strico check we're still on VATSIM. That is a good point. We will do that. Yes, we... oh no, we're not. Good shout. Wondered where that British Airways plane had gone. It must have gone. Oh, it's there, look. Okay, so no change to our performance. Engine out procedure is straight out, and then it's a left turn once above 1900 feet back to the Birmingham NDB, where we'll take up the hold. We'll hold safe 3000 feet. The departure is straight out, no turns below 840, and then it's going to be a noise abatement 2, right hand turn first, and our initial climb 6000 feet. Grumpy Bus Driver, I don't think they did fix it because I had been disconnected, and I am definitely on SU3. Maybe they fixed it in one of the beta builds and then never brought it back in. Which sounds about right. Cabin crew seats for takeoff.
We have 166 seats in total for this flight, Captain.
What? No. Cabin crew, take your seats for takeoff. I don't care how many people are on board, although that is actually right. That's impressive. How did she know that?
Cabin crew, take seats for departure.
I suppose it's her job to know. That's quite impressive.
Departing runway 33.
Birmingham traffic easy 343, holding short at Takeoff 1. Grumpy Bus Driver, we're definitely SU3. You can't fly in the sim without updating.
Traffic, Scandinavian 2536, push and start, stand 40.
There goes the Speedbird. Birmingham traffic easy 343, lining up and holding behind the departing Speedbird. That was really bad telephony. But anyway. My displays do seem to be working a lot better now, actually. Just looking at the engine parameters. Okay, so it was a shortish taxi, wasn't it? Flight controls have been checked. Flap setting is config 1. FMAs, we've
Good
got
evening, guys. Have a
climb
safe
nav
flight. Good
blue
night. FSLTL.
142-143. Climb nav blue 152 6000 blue. Radar predicted wind shear both on. Engine mode selector is normal. ECAM memo, we've got takeoff no blue, and our EFB is stowed. Line up per checklist. Cabin is secured. Takeoff runway is runway 33 via Echo 1. It's confirmed. TCAS, we've got TA, RA, and PAX 1 and 2 are off. Yeah, you can see the look. You can see this. It's still turning. It's definitely lagging, isn't it? We'll have to tinker with the Fenix app next time. So the aircraft that just took off in front of us he's at 4,000 feet already. Yep, and he's about 7 miles out. Let's go. In reality, aircraft need to be separated by 2 minutes if they're on the same if they're off to the same airport. 4 minutes if they're off to the same airport and the same departure. Birmingham traffic easy 343, departing runway 33, love and 1 mic. Okay, let's go. So, takeoff. Start the chrono. These displays are really going to do my head in. Engine stable. Manflex SRS. Runway, auto thrust blue. Well, we've already got unreliable airspeed. 100 knots on the standby. V1 on the standby. Rotate.
East Business Traffic, World Express 226, pushing back stand 104 facing east. Business Traffic.
Positive climb, gear up. Bit of a tailwind after that departure. Thrust climb, climb. Autopilot 1 engaged. Yeah, Poltergeist, I could do that. If we restart the screens in the app, it doesn't crash the flight, does it? I obviously don't want to do that. Grumpy Bus Driver says it's going to make for an interesting landing. No, it's not. I'm just going to look out the window. It's a Cessna. With bigger wings and engines. Flap 0. Spoilers disarmed. Poltergeist, it shouldn't. Well, shouldn't. Do we dare risk it? Okay, well, the actual world is flying very nicely. Packs are back on. We'll ding the seatbelt signs. Cabin crew's released.
East Business Traffic, World Express 226, taxiing to holding point Alpha 1, runway 27, via Bravo and Alpha, East Business Traffic.
I was just thinking that as well, Lee. The sky does look very nice this evening. Very nice.
East Business Traffic, World Express 226, taxiing to holding point Alpha 1, runway 27, via Bravo and Alpha, East Business Traffic.
Right, so with no ATC around, let's just continue. Our cruise altitude today is 24,000, so thrust climb, open climb, and standard pressure set 240 blue. We can just confirm that. Cost index 0. 240 blue. Yeah. That's not going to be an issue for us today, is it? So I'm happy to clear out the RadNav page. We'll also clear out the engine out procedure. Poltergeist EFB isn't bugged, no. It's just because I was on the ground page when... and now we're in the air, so no, we can't use that. Plus, I have the EFB on my external iPad anyway, so it's fine. But aside from the displays, it's smooth as silk. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, so we're 10,000 feet now, so we get airports onto the EFIS, and with that...
All set for the announcement, Captain.
What announcement? What announcement?
Dear guests, we are now above the safe altitude, and I'm pleased to inform you that you can now use your electronic devices. Please ensure they are set to flight mode. Also, our onboard Wi-Fi service is available for you to enjoy during the flight. After the meal service, I'll be coming around with some items from the Easyjet shop, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you have a pleasant flight. The announcement is ready, Captain.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now climbing to our cruising altitude of 24,000 feet. The estimated flight time to the city of Derry is approximately 49 minutes. We will be serving a light snack and drink shortly, so please sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Oh, and after the meal service, I'll be coming around with some items from the Easyjet shop, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you.
Florent, there's no Wi-Fi on EasyJet. However, I don't know if Say Intentions actually reads the 97% reads the, is it in the sim settings? Airline modifiable information, airframe. Oh no, SATCOM antenna none. No, that's just a Say Intentions bug then. Low-cost carriers should definitely not have Wi-Fi. I don't know of any low-cost carriers that have Wi-Fi. You would have thought that would have been something they would install and then absolutely charge over the top for. But yes, that sky looks stunning. What we're looking for, we're passing Manchester. That's at our sort of 1 o'clock position. We're flying over Wallasey, so we'll see Liverpool as well. Gray, would you have seen the lunar eclipse had you flown last night? Yes, it does do it. Microsoft Flight Simulator does do lunar eclipses. Also does solar eclipses as well. Oh, actually, I don't know about lunar eclipses. It definitely does solar eclipses. We've checked that before. But if you do like the cabin crew, then that is from Say Intentions. Link in the video description down below. And if you're enjoying the flight tonight, our first live streaming forever, then please don't forget to leave a like as well. Alessandro, am I using Rex Atmos? Well, if you saw the review video I did on it, I was left feeling very, very disappointed with Rex Atmos Core. Let me just get this clear. Rex Atmos for Flight Sim 2020, I loved it. It was amazing. It looked fantastic. I was expecting the same for Rex Atmos Core, which is for Flight Sim 2024. It's beyond someone simple like me who does not have the time to sit there and tinker and tinker and tinker to get that perfect setting. And what's more, what I found, and I don't know if anybody else has found this similarly, what I found is that it needs different settings for different times of day and different times of weather, different types of weather. Whereas Rex Atmos, just used for Flight Sim 2020, used to cover everything in one setting, which was great. I have got Rex Atmos Core running in the background now. I'm using a preset that someone's created, and I'm only using the environment. Although, if I actually turn it off, Right, I've just turned it off. It's not actually made any difference. I've just turned it back on. Is that realistic? I mean, that does actually look quite good, I think. That's the thing, isn't it? It's all very subjective. You see, that's that's the atmosphere turned on. If I now turn on an environment, let's see if that does anything. Oh, that environment's not done very much. I don't know. So that's with just a quick preset turned on. If I turn that off, then it looks like that. I don't know, maybe that preset did do something. The problem is though, that preset at midday would look completely wrong. And that's what's annoying for me. Rex Atmos in Flight Sim 2020, sort of, you put that setting that you liked and it did the entire day, night as well, whatever the weather conditions were. This one, you seem to need to tweak for every different kind of weather and time situation. Do you know what I mean? Which I don't want to spend my time doing that. I want to spend my time flying. But I'd love to hear your thoughts if you've got it. Right, so we're coming up on our cruise altitude now. Told you it wasn't a wasn't going to be a long flight, and there we are, flight 240. So Manchester is down there. Alessandro said it looks better without it. I mean, yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I really don't. I think it could be better, and you probably can make it look perfect in Rex Atmos Core, but then daytime would look horrific. I don't know. I want a one-size-fits-all, which Rex Atmos was.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached cruising altitude on Easyjet UK Flight 343, heading from Birmingham to the city of Derry. We will be starting our snack and drink service shortly, and I must say, our cheese and onion pasties are quite popular, eh?
Oh, yes.
After the service, I'll be coming around with some items from the Easyjet shop, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you enjoy the flight.
So at cruising altitude, we're just literally going through the ST pages, make sure there's nothing out of the ordinary. All of that seems to be behaving itself beautifully. Good, good, good. And now we're at cruise, we can reset the cost index back to 4. So with regards to the arrival, I've already been through the charts and how it all looks, and we can see that they are as expected. The RadNav page I'll set up in a moment. In fact, actually no, RadNav page, what we'll do is we'll get that set to Belfast VOR. We are landing at Echo Golf Alpha Echo, and it is runway 26, so get that in. I'll just get the latest weather for Derry. Don't think it will have changed very much. Latest winds are 170 at 8. The temperature has dropped to 13 degrees. And that's it. AO attack. Good evening. David says Manchester's had to conduct emergency repairs on 23 right, 05 left, so they went down to single runway ups on 23 left. That's cool because there's an RNAV approach to land on 23 left.
Fraction 19 Foxtrot Tango, final, Liverpool runway 27.
Strico, you saw the European Cargo 340. I saw that coming into Bournemouth when I was down in London a few months ago. It was high up, but I saw it. Which means that I could actually tick that off in my logbook. So if I... where would it be? They've not got many. Is it European Air Cargo? Is that what it's called? What's the registration of it? I can't remember what the registration of it is. It will be in there, I've seen it. But yeah, if anyone does like plane spotting, like I do, I'm a geek, then yeah, do check out Jetlog. An app I've managed to build. I am actually quite proud of this, because I don't know what I'm doing. Because I don't know what I'm doing. It seems to work. I mean, I could just go through and mark all these EasyJets off as spotted. In fact, what was the registration we were flying today? Golf Easy UP, isn't it? Yeah, this one. Oh, it's currently, in real life, look, it's actually flying to Birmingham Airport. I'll mark that one as spotted, look, as well. There we go. Yeah, so if you do like plane spotting, then this is a new app that I plan on releasing at some point. And then you can just keeps your logbook up to date, however you use it, whether you're using a paper logbook or what. Because the idea is as well, you'll be able to export this and print it out, or export it to like an Excel file or something, which should be quite good. The live map page took me an absolute age to do. Oh yeah, once you've spotted the aircraft, they turn green on the map. So did you? Manchester still using 2-3 left? Brilliant. Are you able to mark aircraft as flown on as well as spotted? My lad wants me to add that, so yeah, I'm sure that will happen at some point. I don't know what to do with the actual colour of the icons there. Maybe just make them rainbow coloured or something. I don't know. But yeah, obviously, if you prefer, you can go to satellite as well. Hey, Speedbird Simulations. Is it Euro Cargo? Is that the name of the airline? Is that? I'll have to search for that. Or is it just European Cargo? Ah, I bet it's just European Cargo. Yeah, there it is, look. So, whichever one of those it is, yes, there we go. Well, they've got more than I thought. I didn't realise they got this many. David, are they back to dual ops? Fair enough. Yeah, I didn't know that I didn't know European Cargo had actually got this many 340s. Because didn't they all belong to Virgin? If memory serves. Or some of them did. No. They've got 4 bases out of Bournemouth, and they now have a base at Cardiff. Yeah, well, we've got to get our Timo stuff in somehow, don't we? Oh, what's that? Oh, I've seen that fly. That flies over us quite regularly. Macy. One of the things I've just been trying to add into this, we just like add some random fire. Just go to, let's just go to EasyJet. In fact, no, not EasyJet. Let's go to, I hate doing this, but let me just go to Ryanair. Is there a Ryanair UK? Yes, there is. There's a Ryanair UK, isn't there? They don't have that many aircraft. However, if I sort of mark quite a few of these off, I'm really hoping this works now while I'm on stream and I'm showing this off. But if I mark a few of these off as spotted, then I thought it'd be kind of neat if you sort of got some little stats on the home page. So I'll just leave that going there. Strico says it was ECLM that you saw, Strico. Fair enough. Yeah, so hopefully in a minute, this unique registration spotted 11, that'll sort of change in a minute with another little interesting fact. It might not, because there's hardly anything in the logbook for it to generate it. We shall see. Gray, is the app on the App Store? Not yet, Gray, but link in the video description. It's jetlogapp.com. Like I said, link in the video description if you want to check it out. I'd say it's just something that I'm working on. It's just a fun thing that I like. This is my favourite thing, because it's an app, but I've just built a Windows version as well, just for now. because it just sits there. It sits there on my desktop, and I can just see that. I love this nearby aircraft bit because I quite often hear something flying over the top of me, and then I have to open Flight Radar 24 and have a look. Oh, I don't have to, but curiosity gets the better of me. And now I don't. I just sit there, and it's, you know, if it's like a couple of miles away, and I think, oh, that's what that noise was. Alessandro, which sensitivity settings do I use? I use, they basically made everything linear, haven't they? So that's what we're using now. Oh, there we go. It is doing it. You've seen 40% of Ryanair UK 737-800s. 9 to go. So yeah, it just gives you like, I like that. It just gives you a few little stats as you go along. Building the database for it took absolutely ages, because as you can imagine, there's a lot of planes, but they're all there. And I do think it's kind of cool when you click on one, you think, oh, okay, it's actually flying. And then in your logbook page, we've got a simple version or we've got a detailed version. I kind of like the simple version, actually. The detailed version gives you lots of info on what you've spotted. The simple version, almost like the books, isn't it? You can just see what's there, and yeah, they're all there. And then you've got some stats as well up here if you really want to delve into them. Do I prefer CFM or IAE? Well, Easyjet don't really have the IAE engine, so I know probably a lot less about them. As long as it's an engine that works, that's all I actually care about. Right, so we've got our top of descent in... It's not going to be very long, actually, to be fair, is it? About 80 miles or so. Do I prefer the 73 or the 777? Oof. You're asking me about Boeing. Honestly, I don't like the 73. I think the 73 is a relic. 777's a nice aircraft. If I had to say any aircraft. I always liked the Boeing 757. Not many of those around at the moment, sadly. But yeah, the 757, that was a great aircraft. So I'm just going to get up the charts and we're going to brief the arrival properly. Pilot Paul, does the colour change within Fleet View so you know which ones you still need to log? Oh, that's a good idea. How do you mean, does the colour change? Whereabouts? If you mean on the live map, yes, they do. So anything that's blue has been logged as seen. So that's probably one of those Ryanair UK flights, isn't it? Chris, I will, if you want, drop me an email. No, don't drop me an email. I've already got your email if you've just applied for that. I'll get it to you today, Christopher. It's very easy for me to send it to you. Sportsman, why is the Fenix 320 laggy compared to the default? When you say laggy, do you mean the displays? I'm suffering with something very similar at the moment, and I think it's to do with my display settings in the app. I need to have a bit of a play with those. We are geek spotters, Christopher, yeah. My son is a real geek spotter. But I am too. I just try and play it cool. I spent some of today trying to update the icons for this because I'm not happy with the icons in these. A lot of these aren't right. So, I will make those better at some point. If you don't like the banners and everything, you can turn on more text. And you can get rid of the logos if you prefer it just to be like that. Pilot Paul, if you select an airline, the icons were all blue. Right, so if you... Right, so on the fleets page... Oh, I see these. Ah, right. No, I haven't actually. I know what you mean. Yep. Okay, so ignore these. These are just, they're all exactly the same. What I will do is I'm probably going to put like a little tick or something on each of these. Yes, so you can be able to go through and see those. But this is what I need. At the moment, Jetlog is in open alpha, if that's such a thing. Anyone who wants this, you can have it. Play around with it. I want feedback. Before I get it on the App Store, I want it to be as good as it possibly can be. And I need geeks. I need people who love plane spotting. I need as many people as possible to try it. So if you do want to get a copy of it and check it out, then yeah, just hang on. If I just do this, what is it? Jetlogapp.com. There you go. There's the link. Go in there, just sign up to it, and I'll send you it. So Great Wildcat, is Jetlog just commercial or is General Aviation and Rotary covered? So, both, basically. Anything that is on the live map, anything that's on the live map, you can tick it off. In fact, what have I got with my... Oh, hang on. Right, so at the moment I've got everything showing. Let me just show private aircraft only. There's probably not going to be too many of those knocking about at the minute. Probably more in the US, but so some of the private aircraft I've just got to go through and sort out a better way of sorting these out, because that's not a private aircraft. I'm not quite sure why that Danish Air Transport is coming up as a private aircraft. It obviously shouldn't be. Oh, it's because I bet the ATR 75, it's based on the ICAO code. If the ATR 75 isn't classified in my app as a private aircraft. Yeah, because look, there's lots of AT-75s. I just need to go through and change those. But anything that you can see on the app, even Cessna 152s, helicopters, that kind of stuff, anything you see on the live map, you can spot it. So what's that? Yeah, there you go. So there's a little, whatever the heck that is. Yeah, you can do those as well. Hey, Organ Aviator. Good evening, my friend. How are you? We were just revisiting Jetlog after it's had quite a lot of updates recently. Interestingly enough, if anybody is already using it, just use the same link to re-download the latest version. Aldrin. Anyway, enough of that. Dan, does it have military aircraft? Not so much in the database. It does have, if I type in Air Force, there's plenty of Air Forces in there. The Royal Saudi Air Force, so it has these. If you're on about military jets like F-15s and stuff like that, no, it doesn't have those in. But if they are live and they're flying and you see it and it's on the map, then yes, you can log it. You are not restricted to just logging things that are in the database, basically. You can log absolutely anything. So... now, what was I doing? Oh yes, landing. So let's just discuss how we are going to indeed do the landing. So, we're going to be flying towards the waypoint Color, and then that, to be fair, the arrivals via Color are only by ATC. We're not going to have ATC there, so it's going to take us, just having a look on here to make sure this map matches up. Yeah, so we're sort of like 31 miles from Belfast, which is here, 31 Belfast. We want to be above 3.3 by that point, and then we've just got the turn, which is basically getting us straight onto the ILS as well. Let's just help plan this out. The platform altitude for the arrival is 2,500 feet. So, in our fix info page, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put we'll put a 9 mile ring around it. Echo Golf Alpha Echo, runway 26. 9 mile radius. So if we're at 3,000 feet there, then we'll get the glide slope in the right place. Speedbird simulations. No, it's all coded in Android Studio. I did look at using some of these like AI automatically. You know, you basically tell it what you want and it builds it for you. It didn't work. It was very simplistic doing it that way. I'm like, that's not good enough. Not if you're a proper av geek. Mushroom, we have a Discord server. It is linked in the bottom below. To tank fuel transfer, that's to be expected. Also, we just had another company message come through. Let's have a look what that is. Easy operations. Oh god, were we late? Oh no, fantastic, we were not late. That is brilliant. Florian says you live right beside approaches that they do into Amsterdam. You could fill it in no time. Yes, that'd be kind of cool. You just that is why I think one of my favourite features is the aircraft nearby that's in this. Where are we? Yeah, if we go to Amsterdam, just put all the traffic back on. Yeah, you could quite easily fill it up, couldn't you? There's a gorgeous A380. Just there. Beautiful. Oh, quite one of the early ones as well. One of the older ones. I'm going to put the logos back on. I like seeing the logos. Speedbird simulations, no, it's not Google. I'd bankrupt myself very quickly if we relied on Google. So let's just have a quick look at what is around us at the moment. Doesn't look like... Have we got some ATC coming up? Oh no, it's Belfast approach. They're not going to want to speak to us. I don't think. Well, Speedbird Simulations, if you want to test it out, then feel free. jetlogapp.com. And as I say, it's meant to be an app that you use on your phone, but I spend a lot of our time just running this version on the PC. Maybe some people want the PC version. Oh, is that the Edelweiss 350? Oh no, it's not. So Grey Wildcat is not available for Apple. It wasn't meant to be available for Windows, but I have made the Windows version because that's what this is. This is basically just a Windows app. So if you want to try out the Windows version, email. There's an email on the website, and yeah, once the form is filled in, we can send you that version instead. Right, got another company message. Telex, we've been provisionally assigned Gate 1. Right, okay. So just on landing then, just to clear some things up. I know we've touched on this, I'm not going to repeat old things, but we've mentioned the terrain already. We mentioned the go round, which is a right hand turn once above 630 and maximum speed 180 knots, and it is to hold at 2,500 feet is the missed approach altitude. Cool. Mushroom, good night. Right, let's start that descent then. Thrust idle, over descent, and 90 blue. One of the things that I sort of hope there's a bit of a market for with it, Grey Wildcat, is serious spotters have their database, don't they? Like either an Excel database or they have a book, which I'm old school. I like books. I'm just winding the speed up because otherwise we're going to miss our aircraft, our airport. So one of the things that I think that it's sort of aimed for and to be really useful for is if you are out and about and you've got that in your pocket, then you can literally mark things off as spotted. Then when you get home, go through it and update your logbook, so to speak. But the plan is that I will have an export button here on the logbook, so you can export this as an Excel file. So you'll be able to just copy paste stuff across if you're using it, that kind of thing. Basically, I need ideas from anyone and everyone that's happy to use it. Renlin, have I found any forgotten treats and treasures whilst getting that house packed up for the move? Not yet. We have emptied the loft though, and we got a skip. There was just so much rubbish up there, it was untrue. So the loft is now empty. My lad's bedroom is now empty, although that's no great feat because he spends most of his time with his head in the clouds anyway. Pilot Paul, I think they still do. I've got a copy of one here. Airfleet's quick reference, something like that. Civil aircraft markings, yeah, I think they still make them. The problem with books is the moment they're printed, they're out of date, aren't they? So I know today I was updating the database for a few aircraft. Some of the new Jet 2 aircraft. Sun V and things like that. So just going to wind that speed up a little bit more, otherwise we're going to be a bit high. So I reckon how long to go to landing? Probably about 20 minutes should be on the ground. Hey Caroline, just to update you, probably about 20 minutes until we land. She can let the passengers know then if she wishes.
Thanks for the update, Captain. I'll prepare the cabin for landing shortly.
And 50 blue, continue that descent down. Poltergeist, it won't be difficult to land at all, because if you're watching the displays when you land, then chances are you're probably going to do a bad landing. The only time you should be watching your displays when you land is if you're doing an auto land. Won't be doing that today, so you should be looking straight out the window. Just like you do when you're flying general aviation. Okay, so that's Belfast then underneath us. We'll have a look. There it is. Doesn't look very busy down there. Do wish they'd make that moon a bit bigger. That moon just looks more like Saturn than the moon. Robert, good evening, sir. Hope you're doing well. Alright, so we're now going to activate the approach phase, so that's done. Landing systems on, and India Echo Golf Tango is identified. Fruitbat, you're off to see the Vulcan at Southend on Saturday. Is it in the app? No, it's not. There's lots of sort of, I don't know, important historic aircraft that I do want to get in the app at some point. If it turns its transponder on Fruitbat, you can spot it though. Be quite cool to get all the Concords in as well, wouldn't it? What's the Monarch DC, or is it? Did Monarch have an MD-11? Hang on, let me just see if I can quickly find it. This made me chuckle the other day. Where is it? 320, 75s. Ah, MD-10. Yeah, that made me chuckle. Does anybody know where that is? I'll spot that. Does anyone know where that is? Right, just keep an eye on the temperature. And we'll now just pull speed. Start slowing that down, 250 knots. Okay, anti-ice on. Florian, quite right, yes. Somewhere in Manchester. Thankfully at an airport. Jagan, we are on VATSIM, yes. There's sadly no coverage today though. And there's no one in front of us. No one's coming to Derry, or London Derry. Right, local pressure is set, and we're going to 3,000 feet. Might just need some spoilers to help us get down a little bit quicker. Pilot Paul, yeah, it's at the runway visitors park. It's quite cool. Okay, manage the speed. London Derry traffic, easy 343, currently 20 miles northeast. I'll be establishing ILS runway 26. Still got the anti-ice on. It's not warm enough to turn it off just yet. Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing. So the approach checklist. Bar FQNH is 1009.
We are now approximately 10 minutes away from
Seatbelt signs on.
City of Derry Airport. Please
Auto
ensure your
brake
seatbelts
as
are
planned.
fastened and your seats are in the
Medium.
upright position.
Engine
We will
selection
be
is
coming
normal.
around to collect any remaining items
EFB
and
stop.
prepare the cabin for landing. Thank you for your cooperation.
That looks like a big cloud. It's not. It's just a little fluffy white thing. It's just grey because the sun's gone down. Glide slope's coming up to meet us. That's what we want. Going to be a nice long approach in this. Once we get that glide slope sort of a dot above, we can reduce VS to about 500. Between 5 and 6. Tinker it on the fly as we need. And there it is. Okay, so, oh look at that, full house, speed, glide slope style, lock style, Cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2, I love it. Flaps 1 then, speed's checked, flaps 1. And we'll start reducing speed, and go 185. We're still 15 miles out, 185 will be okay. I would call that a pretty perfect approach, actually. Do like it when we get a full house, when you get the glide slope and localizer both at the same time. Right, missed approach altitude is 2,500, that's set. Looks like a lovely still night as well, Christopher, doesn't it? Not much in the way of waves in the water down there. So just looking at the wind as well at the moment. A little bit of wind from the left, not too much. Okay, I'll reduce speed now 180, flaps 2, speed's checked. Derry traffic is 343, 9 mile final, runway 26. Looks a lot calmer down there wind-wise than it does up here, doesn't it? Oh, we've got 17 knots at the minute, but that looks very calm looking at the water. Not that you can see too much, but it doesn't look choppy. Remember, if we need to go around, then it's a right-hand turn and no faster than 180 knots. Gear down, spoilers armed, manage speed, flaps 3, speed's checked. Flaps 3 on the landing checklist. Cabin crew, seats for landing. So the cabin is secured. They're secure already, actually. Go around altitude 2,500 feet. Ecam memos landing no blue. So the crosswind from the left. Just feel that aircraft sort of getting pushed ever so slightly. That wind's now starting to drop though. Autopilot R5 control. A little bit of movement around. That's not me, that is the wind. 10 knot crosswind, almost exactly now. Now it's just pushed us left of centre line. Let's get back on it.
Above. Minimum.
Continue.
Retard.
Okay, spoilers reverse green, decel. Reverses off. That's a fair point, Poltergeist. Why aren't my lights working? I know why my lights aren't working. Although, why weren't the lights working? I thought I'd turn those on. Clearly not. My bad. That's what happens when you don't fly. You forget things. Okay, now backtrack. Very short runway. So 10 knots for the turnaround or lower. Crazy Ab Geek, I can show a turnaround, yeah, a replay, yes. Poltergeist, funnily enough, it's not in the checklist, landing lines. It's just part of the flows. Not the Orange Airline checklist, anyway. The airport to ourselves tonight. Nobody here. Anyway, welcome to Northern Ireland. Oh, can't take that taxiway. We're not as far down the runway as I thought we were. Next one. Passengers won't have noticed. The problem is I've not got any ground charts for this airport, so I couldn't have a quick look ahead. We'll take the main taxiway, which is lit up. So we're going to take what I think was an old runway at one point. Oh, Christopher, I've been off, mate. My brain's fried. It's been on other things. I've got no one sat next to me either in real life going, oi! Great, I think there's two old runways there, so I believe we may both be right. There's a couple of old runways. And no ground straftometers. Typical. There we go. Janet was a letdown. Yes, let's blame Janet. Lovely. Well, I've never been here before. I'm sure it looks beautiful. Let's... I'm not going to shut the engines down or anything because we're going to do a replay, aren't we? So we'll just leave that as is. I will come off VATSIM. I will stop the flight now. Complete flight. So that's now completed. And done. Yes, let's just disconnect off VATSIM so we're not whizzing around on there. And let me bring in the replay. Oh, it might be great to get Easyjet from Donny. I don't think... It doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon, does it? Sadly. Doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon, which is a real shame. Now, time for one of my best parts of Microsoft Flight Sim, that is, of course, the replay. It is the UK 2000 one for about, yeah, I couldn't find any other one. There was one other one, but I went with the UK 2000. It was just easier. It is indeed a very scenic approach. You know, I might do, unless anyone's got any real objections, I might just bring the sun back a little bit. Maybe... Oh, how's that? Yeah? Ah, looks alright. If you have enjoyed the flight then tonight, then please don't forget to leave a like as you depart the aircraft. And of course, we've got our Contrail discount code. If you are getting Rex Atmos, you can get Rex Atmos with 10% off if you use that discount code at the Contrail store. Yeah. That felt a bit hard. That's old runway number 1. Does Elbatex actually give us a touchdown? I don't know if it does. 446. Oh, it was harsh, but it's not breaking anything. If you're landing over 600, well, then you probably need to get an airframe check. Just get the guys to check the landing gear out. But yeah, it's quite a nice scenic view, that, isn't it? Yeah, Matt, didn't seem that hard in the flight deck, but the girls in the back will be upset with me. They'll have felt that through their posterior. Just needed a bit more flair, didn't it? They have tweaked the flight dynamics, haven't they? I need to do some base training. do like this aircraft. It's very orange, but I do like it. I don't think it exists anymore. Well, what's the Easy UI? I know how we can find out. Oh no, it's not. I'll mark it as spotted. Why not? Hello, my plane's flapping. Yeah, just. Just lost its energy coming in a little bit, didn't it? Never mind. Not sure about those flaps and horizontal stabilizer. Looks a bit like a broken airframe. Right, Christopher, thank you for being here as well. I appreciate that. Crazy Av Geek, the custom views are pretty straightforward. You just have to walk out the door. Yeah, you just walk out the door. And then when you are in a seating position, then once you've got sort of the position that you want to be sat in, then go forward a bit. I've got stuck on a bulkhead. There. Once you've got yourself where you want to be sat, press on your keyboard Control, Alt, and then a number 1 to 0, and then to recall the view, it's Alt and that number again. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Right, guys. Well, that is me done. Thank you so much. Hope you've enjoyed our stream. It's been great to be back. It's been sort of like a nice, chilled, relaxed stream to get back in. Not massively busy on VATSIM or anything like that tonight. We had a bit of ATC to depart with. Shut up. There we go. So I'm going to leave you with with this nice view. That looks pretty decent, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll leave it at that. So guys, thank you so much. Please don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. It really does help the channel in terms of YouTube algorithms and all that kind of stuff. So a massive thanks to all of you for coming. I know we don't do it often enough, and I promise once we get back, once I get the house move sorted and now the kids are back at school, we'll try and pick things back up again to a little bit more on a regular basis. It's a lack of knowing what's happening day to day at the moment, which means planning things we just can't plan things. Planning things doesn't go to plan. And if I do plan things, then I'd be letting you all down, because then I'd have to cancel them. But anyway, thanks so much, everyone. Looking forward to seeing you on our next live stream. Of course, check out our Discord server. Check out the links in the video description below as well for the Innerbuilds links. The Jetlog app as well. If you want to try this out, if you're a geek like me who loves plane spotting and knowing what's around them, then yeah, definitely check that out. Ooh, FedEx 1. Nice. And yeah, just great to catch up with you all again. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you all again on the next stream. Good night, guys. Bye bye.